All right, it's time for another episode of Loco Lawyers. This one's a judge, but judges are lawyers, so this is fair game. And the headline is Alabama judge who called colleagues Uncle Tom removed from bench. Oh, but it gets much deeper than that. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dredd to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnny Walker Dredd Show.
Okay, there she is, and her name is Nakita Blocton. It states, an Alabama judge who called her fellow jurists Uncle Tom and Heifer, and who allegedly put her finger on the scales in domestic cases, has been yanked from the bench. A 9-judge panel found that Nakita Blocton of Jefferson County, Alabama, had a history of inappropriate comments and, as regarded her staff, a pattern of abuse, according to Law and Crime. That abuse included excessive, unproductive, and unnecessary nights and weekends. She forced her underlings to work, according to the panel's December 10 judgment. Oh, but it gets much better than this, guys. I know you may be thinking, oh, is that all? So because you overworked your staff? No. You just hang tight. And when her actions came under investigation by the State Judicial Inquiry Commission, the disgraced magistrate attempted a cover-up, ordering employees to allow her to see their private cell phones so that information that might be relevant to the commission's investigation could be deleted. Oh, but it gets better. I'm telling you. She's nuts.
Loco! Huh?
Blocton, who was a circuit judge in the Birmingham Court's Domestic Relations Division, also used fake Facebook accounts to communicate with litigants in a pending domestic relations case in an effort to affect the outcome of the case, according to the judgment. I mean, really, don't you have something better to do with your time than to create a fake Facebook account and go on there and try to intimidate or harass or affect the outcome of a case you're hearing? Oh my God. She threatened one party in a divorce case and provided advice to another through the fake accounts, according to the complaint. And here's one of her quotes. False prophet, how much is your white judge paying you? She wrote to the disfavored party. The devil is watching you. She used fake accounts to friend divorce lawyers and even leak information on other judges, according to the complaint. Her attorney, Emery Anthony, told Above the Law, we were trying to keep her on the bench, and we were disappointed they removed her from the bench. Aw, damn. I hate it when they disappoint Emery. Don't they know that he wanted her to stay on the bench? Now, I'm telling you, it's not the end of it. Okay, so this is from CBS. Blocton also failed to promptly dispose of cases assigned to her, despite spending large amounts of time in her office. A judge assigned to Blocton's backlog cases was quoted in the judgment saying they were appalled by the number of cases that had been pending for an inappropriate amount of time without resolution. Another judge, also assigned to Blocton's backlog cases, said her failure to effectively manage cases gave a black eye to the judicial system and resulted in unreasonable delay that had adverse effects on the citizens of Jefferson County. Following the judgment, Blocton was removed from office last December. And it gets even better. Here's another headline. Jefferson County Judge Nakita Blocton off bench, accused of forcing staff to take diet pills. Mental instability. Oh, this is going to be good. Okay, so the allegations say the judge or someone on her behalf used Facebook aliases to communicate with and threaten people who had cases before her. She is alleged to have made members of her staff work extraordinarily long hours and take phentermine, a diet pill to pep them up after having worked late the night before. Judge Blocton's inappropriate and abusive conduct was so persistent, so pervasive, so inescapable, so diminishing of her office, and so extreme that disrepute was brought upon the judicial office itself, according to the report. Now, her attorneys have weighed in. Birmingham attorneys Emery Anthony and Robert McKenzie are representing Blocton and strongly deny the majority of the allegations in this scathing complaint. So they're not denying all of them, just the majority. If the complaint wasn't a legal document, it would be a libel lawsuit, Anthony said. Oh, is that the reason why they removed her from her office? Oh, okay. Usually, I wouldn't make a statement when dealing with the Judicial Inquiry Commission, but these allegations are so embarrassing. Yeah. We hope at the proper time we'll have the right to defend these allegations. Well, how about now? And show that they're not true. This is just out of left field. Blocton is the second Jefferson County judge suspended by the commission in recent months. In April, Circuit Judge Tracy Todd was charged with multiple incidents of abuse of judicial power and abandonment of the judicial role of detachment and neutrality. Okay. Specifically, Blocton is charged with pattern of ex parte communications and inappropriate comments. Ex parte meaning that she's only conversing with one side of a case and not the other. And those are very, very limited. Pattern of abuse of staff and pattern of abuse of attorneys and litigants. Appearance of bias, favoritism, and retaliation towards attorneys and litigants. Pattern of inappropriate demeanor and indecorous behavior. Pattern of inordinate delay, appearance of drug use and mental instability, pattern of dishonesty and deception. Now they're talking about the online communications on Facebook. The communications, according to the document, began around August 21st, 2020, and involved aliases such as Linda Schneider, Camelia Williams, and Jennifer Foster, to communicate with two people, both of whom were involved in a divorce case being handled in Blocton's court. The case was later assigned to another Jefferson County judge. One of the litigants, identified only as AS, filed a complaint against Blocton and had begun to publicly protest about the judge, asking for her removal from the bench. These communications are voluminous, consist of hundreds of pages of conversations, and contain confidential information that would only be known by Judge Blocton or someone acting in her direction. Yeah, if you're going to go online and do that shit, make sure that you're not putting stuff out there that only you would know. The communications are threatening to AS, who had just filed a complaint against Judge Blocton, and purport to provide legal advice to VS in his divorce case against AS. Those statements reportedly from Blocton or someone on her behalf include, false prophet, how much is your white judge paying you? We read that one. Because you have prophesied when I did not send you, and because you caused my people to believe in a lie, you and your descendants will be punished. Oh, wow. The devil is watching you, Pam, Angela, and the people behind you. Play with God. I play with the devil. Leave those black women Democrats alone, or the devil is going to get you.
You are so loco, man!
I'll skip down. In November 2020, Judge Blocton mockingly placed a gold star on an employee's clothing after she berated the employee for not appropriately correcting an order. Judge Blocton told the employee to shut the hell up. When the employee tried to leave, Judge Blocton attempted to block her from doing so. That's kind of a crime. As for abuse of attorneys, the complaint alleges the judge keeps a mental list of attorneys she liked and didn't like, and intentionally and routinely delayed rulings on cases in which disfavored attorneys were involved, instructing staff to put that attorney's case on the bottom of the stack. Never minding that the attorney is representing somebody, and it's that person that's really getting disenfranchised. One attorney told the commission that Blocton kept the parties in court from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. Holy crap. Another attorney said that in May 2019, he or she asked for a continuance because the attorney had flu-related symptoms. The attorney gave Blocton a doctor's note, but Judge Blocton called the attorney's doctor from the bench in open court with other attorneys present to confirm the diagnosis. My God. Gee, does that have "don't do this" written all over it? And Judge Blocton proceeded to discuss the attorney's condition in clear violation of HIPAA rules. Oh, good grief.
That was Loco, but not in an entertaining way.
Since 2018, Judge Blocton had routinely failed for months and even years to issue final judgments in uncontested divorces, many of which involve critical spousal support and child custody issues. Can you imagine having a child custody issue in your family and the judge taking years to take care of it? The kid's already out of high school by the time the judge issued a ruling. Some have waited more than 2 years and are still waiting final rulings after proposed orders were submitted, and some have had to hire private judges to finalize the cases. Now, you may be thinking, okay, that's the extent of it, right? No. Let's read on. The complaint alleges Blocton has used and been under the influence of prescription pills in her chambers, including, but not limited to, phentermine. These pills created behavioral changes in Judge Blocton while she was performing her judicial duties, including, but not limited to, becoming hyper-talkative and hyper-somnolent when a person experiences significant episodes of sleepiness, in chambers and on the bench, exhibiting paranoid behavior, such as talking in circles about the same topic for hours and expressing a belief that the commission or someone at its direction is going to kill her.
That's more like, zany or goofy. Yeah. It's the wrong kind of loco.
Okay, I'm scared to read any more about this lady. I really am. But keep in mind, she was a judge. So, how bad is it out there? It's bad.
With this bandana, I welcome you to the game.
Like my video, subscribe to my channel. And my next local lawyer will be on Thomas Claire Binger.